Yeah.
The ninth episode of From Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually leading us closer to the end of the entire series.
Yeah.
I mean, after season 3 dropped, it took us over a year before we got the fourth season of From. And now, as we are approaching the end of the series, I'm beginning to get a little bit sad because after this episode, which is the ninth, we know the very next one we get is the 10th and then the finale of season 4. Then we will have to wait. Who knows how long we are going to wait before the next episode, the next season comes in. I mean, but let's talk about the events that happened in the ninth episode. Okay. So in the ninth episode, there are, should I say, two main things that stand out. The first one being the entire plan to go into the caves to dig out the bones, where the man in yellow is like, oh, this time you are getting closer to something. You are really getting closer to achieving something you've never been able to achieve in all these past lives and all that. And then they actually come up with a plan. And then there is no plan B to the plan A that they already have.
Yeah.
So they have to improvise and then pull down the bottle tree as an escape route for it. And the second one is revelations of things that we hadn't imagined, of people we never expected them to be who they are in it. One of them is actually Clara, who happens to be an inside man for the man in yellow all this while. And we clearly had no idea that if there was going to be an inside man, it's actually going to be Clara.
Oh.
And then another thing, how she walks around, I mean, the man in yellow 10 girl, how she walks around amidst all, should I say, the rising chaos and all that, and no one actually notices her. It still baffles me because there is so much happening and she's the only person who acts totally normal. Another thing also, Henry, Victor's dad, like the whole thing with him, dreams implanted in his mind, I'm beginning to feel like he's actually going to do something stupid in the next episode, which is actually going to bring about a whole lot of chaos. But then these things are what stand out to me in the ninth episode.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think about that, Elton.
Well, that's just you said, like, it was very interesting, the ninth
Yes,
episode.
interesting.
Like, they began to give us some answers,
Yeah.
even though, like, we've waited for a long while and now that you're going to have a piece of answers. But then the kind of answers that we are receiving, I don't know, because what have Clara done? What do you think Clara has been doing? Because if Clara is the inside person
Yeah.
for Sophia, the man in yellow, like, I haven't really seen him doing anything to sabotage them or anything.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
So that makes me question, like, was she just waiting for this particular moment for her to, like, to use it, or has she been doing things way before?
And we have no
sabotaging
idea
them,
about it.
what we have no idea of. Yeah.
Or what was their deal even like?
Yes.
What deal did she make with Sophia or the man in yellow to become an inside man? Because clearly she doesn't even appear on screen that much.
No. And one thing I also believe is that I believe that their agreement might have some sort of spiritual something that you cannot
Clearly.
like break or something. Because like when you look at it at face value, you might say that it's only fear that is driving Clara to do whatever. Say her name is Clara.
Yep.
It's only fear that is driving Clara to do whatever she's doing. Because I mean, like if you look at her, she's someone who will be scared of these kind of things.
Clearly.
And like I believe she went, and the man in yellow went after the vulnerable person, and obviously it will be her. So like, I don't know. Do you think that there's going to be something like spiritual, or she's just
I
like
think maybe
following her because of fear, or that the promise that she
holding
might go
something
home?
over her? You see, at the latter part, when Elgin brings out the photograph that reveals Sophia.
Oh, Elgin. I can't like Elgin. I don't really understand. If you see in this supernatural, strange world, you see a picture of someone. You see a picture of someone like,
and you take it directly to her.
That person. Like that makes sense.
Consult Boyd or the people
And he
you
was
look up
smiling.
to. Yeah, he thought
like,
it was
innocent,
normal.
Like, Elgin is too innocent. Like, everything, like the way he acted before, like the last season where he was, doing stuff like trying to bring Fatima there and all.
Yeah.
But now that after Boyd did something to him and Sarah also did something to him, like he had gone back to his past self where he's doing what is right. So I believe that Elgin has really changed for the better, and because not really for the better, because he has become too, gullible. The way he trusts, he just trusted something like that. He didn't even trust anything. He just saw it and he
Yes,
immediately
and
went to her because he's innocent. Like it's very strange. Like he was happy because it's very strange and very
Yeah.
So it's something that people might laugh about and say, "Oh yeah, like she really resemble me and all." But then again, it was his doom to do that.
You see, something about that particular photograph, okay? You see, in that particular photograph, there's a lady, okay, in there wearing the dress that Clara was wearing. I don't know if you quite noticed it.
I didn't really catch that part.
So I'm thinking that maybe in the previous lifetime where Sophia was just another person trapped in the town, the man in yellow came there and then there was a whole lot of chaos. People were dying here and there. And then maybe in a way for Clara to keep her life, she actually made a deal with the man in yellow so that she wouldn't be killed. That is what I'm thinking because one, like you said, Clara hasn't played any pivotal role so far. She hasn't done anything to sabotage their way out of the town. I mean, she doesn't even contribute much to the group or to the town. What does she even do? I don't see her in the kitchen. I don't see her in the gardens. Like, she's just an ordinary character in there. And then getting closer to the end, which is very more crucial, we find out that she's an inside person. I also feel like it's actually not going to draw so much suspicion to her when Sophia or the man in yellow actually commands her to do certain things that is actually going to jeopardize their entire plan of digging out the bones, saving the children, and then getting out of the town.
Yeah.
And then also, Elgin's ignorance of everything that is happening, I don't quite blame him because him coming into the town and then feeling like he has so much to do because he was under the manipulation of all these supernatural things and then finally he's out of it. I feel like he doesn't want to focus a lot more on the supernatural because the first time he did so, it led him to do something wrong and then that wasn't right. So right now I feel like he's not so much focused on the supernatural. He just wants to take things normal and lightly as they come in. They
You can't do that in front.
Yes, you can't do that in front view as
and
well.
also with Clara, like she make a bad spy. Come on, cause I don't know. Maybe have you seen the blood that the man in yellow gave to her to go and put it in the drink
the drink for Fatima.
I was like, is it in the case where like immediately you put the blood inside, she has to drink it immediately or something? Cause you walked all the way from your secret room, like the place where no one can see you, to this open place in order for you to put the blood inside.
The blood in.
Like, I mean, even though I was not supporting what she's doing. I mean, if you're going to be a spy,
in a dumb way.
Yeah, do it in a way that we will say like, yeah, she's becoming like a correct spy. But then, as I said, maybe, just maybe, the blood must be immediately. We should put the blood inside. You must just drink it for seconds or minutes.
Like what happened with Henry.
Yes.
At the bar.
So what do you think is going to happen to Fatima? Because like what?
You see, at the latter part, she woke up in the middle of the night with pains and you see, in that particular episode, that was when Christy and then Mariel came out to say that her heart rate is below normal. Her heartbeat is 19 beats per minute, which is way, way, way normal. Blood pressure low. And then now her coming to drink the blood of the man in yellow with a connection to giving birth to one of these monsters. And now she's like Will from Stranger Things. She has some sort of connection with the monsters and all that. Yeah. I feel like maybe this is all a way that the man in yellow wants to use to get someone, like an actual inside person within the group, someone they trust and someone they would never suspect to actually become one of the monsters so that their whole plan can be jeopardized simply. Because, I mean, Fatima being able to feel what these monsters feel, Maria was like, I mean, she's actually going to be like an important part of the plan and all that. So maybe the man in yellow is also trying to find a way around it to use it to his advantage. Don't you think so?
Yeah, or maybe to speed up the process.
Clearly.
Like the thing is already happening, so the best thing for me to like to get things done is to make it go faster or make Fatima like be what I want her to be in a speedy process. Yes.
But then the ninth episode, okay, I feel like with everything that is happening in Fromville, like one, Fatima's transformation, two, Sophia and Clara trying to sabotage the entire plan, and then the excavation. You see, the man in yellow was like, even though they are getting closer to the end, okay, they know what to do, how to do it. Also, that's what matters. Do you get it?
Yeah.
You may know what to do, that is digging up the bones, but then how you go about it is also a key thing to consider. That is when Tabitha was seated in front of their house, and then the children, the Nkui kids came, and then they pointed at her. She got the realization that we are the ones to do it. That is her and Jade. They are the ones who are supposed to go inside the cave and then actually dig up the bones in order to save everyone, so they get out from Fromville.
Like, did you notice this part? Like, what is it called? The one that they used to, drive off the monsters, talisman or
The
something.
talisman.
Ever since when she was looking at it, when Julie with her whatever, I don't know what to even call her with. You have already experienced a lot of supernatural things, and then you still not believe it. Okay, fine, but she's the one who brought Tabitha's attention to that talisman, and then she looked at it. But then everything she said, the two means
The two people,
her and Jade. But then I paused and I counted around them. Everything there was something around it. I counted and it was like 8. But then the kids that were pointing were 7. That were pointing at her was 7. So it means that there is one more person that they need to sacrifice also. And everything, like, mind you, Tabitha was not the only one sitting there when they were pointing. Ethan was facing with her. So what if, like, Ethan's death, like as people already said that people were saying that Ethan should die. Ethan must, maybe the sacrifice is not yet, the ritual is not yet complete, and they must, bring Ethan to join them so that they can, have their freedom or something. I don't know. It's just I might be going too far. But then the 8, I don't know, maybe it might mean nothing.
I also think that what if the 8th one is the boy in white who has been speaking to Jade all along? You see, like, the boy in white was also a resident of the town, and I feel like he's the only one who is able to come out openly to talk, like, to caution them if they are doing something reckless, to like encourage them if they are getting closer to something positive and all that. So what if he was the 8th sacrifice that didn't actually go through? And then maybe the whole point of the sacrifice, the ritual, was to gain them immortality, like how vampires get immortality. They are able to live normal lives, okay? And maybe during the day they can't come out, but then they can leave the town, explore other civilization and all that. And maybe because they failed to add the boy in white as the 8th sacrifice, they got trapped in that town. And then their case is getting worse, that they've now turned into monsters instead of living like normal people, but with immortality and all that. Do you get it? Yeah. That is also one thing that we can also look at.
That makes sense. But then what did that guy in white doing? I mean, he came to warn Victor that they shouldn't drop the tree, but then you don't give any explanation yet.
Yes, that is also one thing I feel like.
Limited to what he can say, or like it's just part of the game where he gives up like limited explanations to
maybe there is some form of limitation to whatever that he can do in the place.
Because even though I really wanted them to, trust what Victor was saying, I mean, you have to like understand from Boyd's perspective. Boyd was like, what is he saying? Because we need answers.
Yes.
But then he's simply telling you that don't remove don't approve the tree or something. But then that does not answer, that does not save us. Because if we don't do that, what should we do next?
Clearly.
Yeah.
She gets it.
So they wanted a way to save themselves, and what they had right now was to remove the tree. Remove the bones from there by, first remove the tree so that they can get a way out. Yeah. But then the boy also say, don't. Why? No reason. So you can't really blame them from, going ahead with the plan.
And also, I feel like Sophia, or the man in yellow, is getting scared, because if you are, should I say, a supernatural being with shape-shifting abilities and all that, why would you go to the extent of cutting the ropes to the ladder that they were trying to make to sabotage an temple? That means, in as much as powerful he or she is, or like dangerous, there is still some form of fear that he has, because they are getting to a point where they are doing things they've never done before in all these lives that they have lived and all that.
We call it fear.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're a supernatural being, Elton, listen, if you're a supernatural being, you can bend people to do your bidding. You can control things without people noticing. Like, there are times she has manipulated situations to her favor, clearly, that we've all seen. One, when she said she was testing Sarah with the drink from the glass and then pour the water back in. You get the whole thing about that. Messing up with Henry's mind and all that. What she's done to Fatima as well, her drinking the blood and all that. But then you do something so human. Something that a human would do if a human wants to mess up plans of someone else. You get it? I mean, it's all looks as if that she's actually getting scared that they might be getting closer to something more tangible this time round. Something that could actually be a possibility of them leaving Fromville.
Yeah. Right.
But then everything is going to be revealed in the 10th and final episode, because I mean, the 9th episode, in as much as we got some form of answers, I feel like there are going to be more questions we will have when we get to the 10th episode. And then we are still going to be left with more questions unanswered once it ends, clearly.
Yeah.
Because right from the start, it says answers are going to be questioned again. So we'll get answers and they are still going to be questioned. But then I'm getting sad that it's actually coming to an end.
Yeah. Now that it's about to end, they are giving us a lot of things for us to think about. That really is really, really sad, because they could have brought this earlier so that you get more.
They could have.
But either way, hope the next episode will be peak.
Yeah,
Final episode.
hoping so for that as well.
Yes.
Any other comments about the 9th episode? Overall impressions and ratings of the episode?
Oh yeah, it was very good. Honestly, I'll just give it an 8, because it was very, very good.
An 8. Well,
it's like better than some of the previous episodes we have.
Clearly,
so.
Better than episode 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think it was 6 that was peak. And then
Forgotten.
7 was okay. And then 8 shot it up. 9 is carrying on the same. Let's see what the 10th episode does for us in From.